What's happening, YouTube? Cowboy here, bringing you some Far Cry 3, and today we're going to talk about all of the weapons in the game. So, we finally made it to the South Island, got all those fucking towers, got every weapon unlocked, all the regular weapons, all the signature weapons. So we're going to go through them today, tell you how to unlock all of them, and fucking set the record straight. So, first off, let's start the signature weapons, because, let's be honest, they're the best weapons in the game, and that's what you guys probably came here to see anyway. So, jumping straight into them, the first one we have up is the Shadow. It's basically a 1911, but we get a larger mag, a silencer, and the custom paint job on it. And of course, you have the red dot sight. So, this one is unlocked by clearing 17 outposts. So, you can do that on the first island. I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, it's like every outpost but one. But I mean, it's a lot of fucking outposts, so if you want the Shadow, get to work. You got a lot of outposts to clear. But moving on from that, we have the Cannon, which is a customized 44 mag with extended barrel, optical sight, 6-round chamber, and custom paint. So, just to compare it to the Shadow, as you can see, it obviously has a lot more damage than the Shadow and more range, but the Shadow has accuracy, and on top of that, the Shadow's silent, so depending if you're trying to go stealth or not, that's really gonna, if you want a pistol, that's gonna make your choice on either the Shadow or the Cannon. But the Cannon is unlocked as a UPlay reward. And if you don't know what UPlay is, basically when you get the game, if you bought it new, you should have a little code that comes in the box with it. If you didn't have a code in the box, you can always buy one on whatever network you're on. It's usually like $10, and you can use UPlay points to unlock the Cannon. And in addition, it gives you all the multiplayer shit, so you should have the UPlay stuff either way. But moving on from the Cannon, we have the Shredder, one of my personal favorites. Customized Vector, .45 ACP with reflex, sight, suppressor, extended mag, and custom paint. So this gun is a fucking monster. This thing just spits out bullets fast as shit. It's silenced. Awesome gun for a stealth playthrough. Now, to get the Shredder SMG, you need to collect 10 memory cards. And for the most part, you're going to find the memory cards located at the outposts. Actually, I think they might all be located at outposts. So while you're getting this one, it's going to help you work to grab the Shadow at the same time. But like I said, 10 memory cards. You'll always find them at outposts. Once you have radio towers unlocked, you can actually look at an outpost on your map ahead of time, and you'll be able to tell if there's a memory card there. But that's the Shredder. Like I said, great gun for a stealth playthrough. Moving down from that, we have the Bull, a customized M133 shotgun with extended shell capacity and custom paint, enhanced for damage. So, the Bull, I don't know, you think for a custom shotgun they could pump it up a bit. But anyway, the Bull is unlocked by collecting 10 relics. So you'll find relics all over the place. I think there's 133 total. I might be off on that number, but I know there's a shit ton of them. So 10 relics gets you the Bull. Moving down from the Bull, we have the Bushman, a monster assault rifle. Customized P416 with an optical scope, extended mag, suppressor, and custom paint. So if you want an AR, this thing is the way to go. Like I said, being a person that's playing a stealth playthrough, this thing is amazing. It fucking destroys shit. But the one downside to the Bushman, and it's not even really a downside to the gun, it's just a downside that it takes fucking forever to get this thing. You basically get the Bushman after you've unlocked every single radio tower in the game. And the first island, or the North Island I should say, it doesn't take too long to get the towers, but there are quite a few quests before you make it to the South Island. Off the top of my head, I want to say it's somewhere around 25 or 26 story quests. But anyway, after you get all of those done, you'll be heading to the South Island, and then you can knock out all the towers, and then finally get your hands on the Bushman. It is an awesome gun. I would highly suggest it, especially for a stealth playthrough. Moving down from the Bushman, we have the Ripper, a customized MKG with optical scope, extended mag, and custom paint, enhanced for accuracy, damage, and low recoil. And this thing is just a fucking monster of a light machine gun. So if you want to go fucking, Scarface on some motherfuckers and just gun everything down, this is what you need to get. And the good thing about the Ripper is that the challenge, it's not too bad. All you have to do is perform 6 of the trials of the Rakyat, and you don't even have to score on them. All you have to do is just fucking go to the challenge and start. So If you, start the challenge, fail miserably, it doesn't really matter. You can, just go to the next challenge. And as long as you've attempted 6 challenges, you'll unlock the Ripper. So, relatively easy gun to get for how awesome it is. I'd suggest trying to pick one of these babies up early. Moving down, we have the AMR, one of my personal favorites. A customized Z93 with extended mag, high power scope, and custom paint. And if that's not enough, it fires an explosive penetrating round. When it comes to sniping, this is your standard. I mean, like I said, I'm doing a stealth playthrough, and I still keep this gun over a silent sniper rifle just because it is fucking brutal. I mean, when you hit somebody with this thing, you fucking knock them off their feet. They're flying back like 5 feet. I've seen this, kill 2 people at once, 3 people at once. There's been times where I'll shoot some asshole with it and a guy that's just standing next to him gets killed just because this thing is that brutal. So, to get your hands on this monster, you're going to have to collect 20 relics. And one thing you can do to make this go along a lot faster is at the bottom of the shop, you can obviously buy maps. So, I would suggest going to the maps, buy the items maps for the various areas, and then that way you'll know where all the different relics are, and you can make sure to get your 20 real quick. Moving on though, we have one more signature weapon in our lineup, the Japanese Tanto. And this is actually a really nice one to get too. The Tanto you can get from collecting 6 letters for the the missing letters, but I would also very much suggest getting this as early as you can, whether you're doing a stealth playthrough or a run around and kill shit playthrough. You know how it says that, wielding one of these is going to increase the damage dealt. From what I've seen, it basically doubles your melee damage. Like with the Tanto, any guy that I attack aside from a heavy gunner, you can kill him in 1 melee swing. All the annoying shit, like the fucking dogs that run up on you, 1 melee swing and they're down. Highly suggest getting one of these bitches. But that's it for the signature weapons. So, let's go into the other weapons. So the standard weapons can be unlocked one of 2 ways, either by buying them outright in cash or unlocking enough radio towers to get the corresponding weapon that you want. Now, the weapons that are South Island, you still can't get those until South Island, and I'll be including a full list in the description that details, what's North Island weapons, what are South Island weapons, and in addition, I'll be discussing that with each individual one. But the weapons are based on progression of towers, so basically, the first tower is always going to unlock the, 6P9, whereas, the 12th tower is always going to give you the D50 and the Vector 45 ACP. So to see how many towers you need for a specific weapon, all you're going to do is go to that weapon, attempt to buy it. If you don't have enough money, you'll basically get a message that says, you're too fucking broke to buy this, but if you unlock, 3 more towers, you'll get this weapon. Obviously, it might not say 3. The number's going to change depending on what weapon you're trying to buy. So with that being said, let's kick this off and talk about some fucking weapons. So up first we got pistols and the 1911. Very basic pistol. I mean, first one you get, as you can see, no fucking attachments on this bitch, but there are paint jobs. But, I mean, there's like paint jobs with everything. But aside from that, nothing too special. So, moving down to our 6P9, we're going to compare this to the 1911. As you can see, it has better accuracy, better fire rate, better mobility. So, considering you get this from the first radio tower, which you pretty much have to do, because it's like the beginning of the game, it's one of the walkthrough quests, you might as well fucking use it. On top of that, we got a couple different things we can put on this bitch: suppressor, extended mag, night sight. I mean, early on in the game, this is a pretty good one to get for a stealth playthrough, just because you can toss a suppressor and a night sight on it real quick, and of course, custom paints. So, moving down from there, we got the 44 mag, which definitely isn't the gun you want for a stealth playthrough, but hey, you want something that you can carry around that's going to pack a punch, 45 mag will take care of that for you. So, optimization choices, we got an extended barrel, night sight, red dot, or a reflex sight. Obviously, you can have 2 attachments, so toss an extended barrel on there and then pick the sight of your choice. And then, of course, paint jobs as always. Moving down from there, we have the D50, and this is a South Island weapon. D50, we got extended mag option, and then night sight, optical, red dot, or reflex, and then of course paint jobs as always. But in terms of pistol power, just to give you an idea of how it compares against something like the 44 mag, you can see the 44 is going to come with a little bit more accuracy and a little bit more range, but the damage on the D50 is obviously, it outclasses it by a long shot. Like I said though, this is a South Island pistol, so it's going to be a while before you can get your hands on one. Moving on to the submachine guns. First up we have the Scorpion. It's your bottom barrel SMG, but even though it's bottom barrel, you do have the option for attachments on this, so you can get a sound suppressor on it or an extended mag. That being said, still kind of lackluster. Moving down to the A2000, you can see the stats are very similar to the Scorpion, but this puppy comes with better accuracy. Looking a little bit more into the A2000, we obviously see we have the choices of a sound suppressor, a red dot, and a reflex, and of course it comes with 2 attachments, so you can pick which sight you want and toss a suppressor on there. But moving on down from there, we have the MP5, one of my personal favorites. Every game the MP5 is in, it's always an awesome gun. You can't ever go wrong with it. Jumping into the customization, obviously we have the silencer option, extended mag, red dot, or a reflex sight. Personally, I prefer going with the red dot and the sound suppressor on it, and until I, basically up until I unlocked the shredder, this was my SMG of choice. I mean, you know, high fire rate, respectable damage, good weapon early on for taking people out. And of course, as with all weapons, there's paint jobs, but I'm not going to go into every fucking paint job. They give a little, you know, be a bit redundant. Yeah. Anyway, fucking moving down, we have the BZ-19 and then the Vector 45 ACP. Now, both of these guns are South Island weapons, so as I mentioned, you're not going to be able to get your hands on these till you're a good portion into the game. But that being said, let's look at it. So the BZ-19, we got a suppressor, and then of course a choice of sight with either optical, red dot, or reflex, just to give you an idea of how this compares to the MP5. As we can see, losing a pinch of fire rate, losing a pinch of mobility, but we're going up on damage. So overall, I mean, considering it's a South Island weapon, you'd think it would be a little bit better, but you know, whatever. We can't have everything that we want, right? But moving on down to the Vector 45 ACP, this thing is a monster. And by monster, I mean just look at the fucking fire rate on this thing. Just to compare it real quick, look at that. Everything. It's like, nope, nope, no bitches. I own this category. So you want that SMG that's going to be fast as shit, this is where it's coming in. And just, I mean, looking at our star ratings, you can see our MP5 is basically our second best. So just to give you, you know, straight comparison to that, we're getting better accuracy and a better fire rate with just a pinch of loss in the damage area. But looking at the customization options, we get 3 attachments on this baby. So right off the bat, it's like, bam, you know, better SMG than everything else. Obviously, suppressor option, extended mag, and then of course your choice of sight between optical, red dot, or reflex. So, moving on from the SMGs, let's take a look at the shotguns. So, obviously, first up we have the M133. Good old-fashioned pump action, no attachments, not all that spectacular, which kind of makes me wonder why they made the bull an M133 instead of a Spaz 12, but whatever. I'm not even going to go into that. Anyway, moving on, we got the 1887. So in addition to being a tier up, we can see basically it's a straight upgrade over the M133. We got better accuracy, better range, and better mobility on it. And then of course we have some customization options. That being said, you only get 1, but extended mag or your choice of a sight with either night sight, a red dot, or a reflex. Moving down from there, we have the Spaz 12, which we can see is a significant improvement over both shotguns. But Spaz 12 obviously comes with a variety of customizations, and we can get 2. So, unlike the 1887, now we can toss the extended mag on there and pick our choice of a sight between night sight, the red dot, or the reflex. But moving on from shotguns, let's talk about ARs. So, first up, AK-47. Always a good gun. I mean, AK-47 has been around fucking forever, it seems like. Like, you'd think they were using this shit back in, like, the times of Jerusalem. I don't know. Seems like this gun has just always been around. But, anyway, no attachments on it. And I know a lot of people are saying they've seen an AK with attachments. To clarify that, in multiplayer and in co-op, you can have attachments on an AK. In the single-player game, you cannot have attachments on the AK. So if you're seeing AKs with attachments, that's why. But, you know, that being said, single-player wise, not that good. Just to give you a quick comparison against other things, basically, yeah, you can see not all that spectacular. Just about every other gun is blowing it out of the water. Anyway, moving on though. STG-90, and you know, another gun that's not all that spectacular. I mean, just looking at customization options, we have the choice of either an extended mag or a red dot on it. And just to compare real fast to the AK, as you can see, the only thing it has over the AK is fire rate, and that's it. So not all that spectacular of a shot or a assault rifle. But going back real quick, I know I've been mentioning what the South Island and North Island weapons are. The SPAS 12 is a South Island weapon, so with the other ones, it's going to take a while before you can get your hands on one. Just wanted to add that in real quick. But back to the ARs. So, like I said, STG-90, not all that spectacular. Moving down to the F1, we can see a significant improvement in stats. I mean, you can see right here, basically fucks the STG-90 in the mouth. The AK has more damage, but it's beating it out in a bunch of other categories. And of course, we now have a choice of 2 attachments. You can put a suppressor on this bitch, extended mag, and of course 3 sights with either optical, red dot, or reflex. Moving down, we have the MS-16. This is the last AR you unlock on the North Island. MS-16 was my AR of choice for the majority of my playthrough. You get 2 attachments, sound suppressor, extended mag, and then either, of course, you know, the optical, red dot, or reflex. But it's a semi-auto. This thing packs a punch. Just to give you an idea of the damage, you can see it's beating out all the other, you know, North Island ARs. So if you don't mind semi-auto, it's definitely the way to go. But moving down, we have the P416. And this is another baby you get on the South Island. So it's going to take a while before you can get your hands on one. And you can easily see why. This thing is monster. Look at all the fucking... Well, I suppose the MS-16 actually kind of outclasses it if you think about it. But anyway, you can see it beats out the F1, STG, and AK. Same as before, we got 2 attachments, extended mag, marksman sight. So if you're trying to, you know, do some pop shots, shoot some people real quick, the marksman's actually really nice for that because it's going to give you that extra magnification on them versus, you know, the red dot or the optical. But of course, if you really want one, we have the optical, the red dot, or the reflex. But choice of 2 attachments. Obviously, there's no silencer option, so if you're doing stealth, it's not going to be good in that regard. But either way, moving on, we have the Ace. So as we can see, it's essentially an Israeli version of the AK-47. So let's compare it to the AK-47 then. Damn. Fucking rapes it in the stat category. But compared to some of the other guns, as you can see here, the P416, we got a lot more damage than it. We lose some fire rate, and we have better mobility. So I'd say that's a pretty nice trade-off right there, considering we're gaining damage that's more than the trade-off in fire rate. But anyway, looking at customization options, choice of 2 attachments, extended mag. Once again, we have a marksman, and then, of course, the optical, red dot, and reflex. But once again, the Ace is also a South Island weapon, so it's going to be a while before you can get your hands on an Ace or a P416. Moving down from there, we have the sniper rifles. So our first one up is the SVD. This is our entry level. As you can see, no attachments available for it, but it's semi-auto, so you're not going to have to reload after every shot. Suppose some people might like that. Personally, I'd rather go with power than rapid fire, which is where the M70 comes in, or M700, I should say. Listen to me, I'm fucking up my words and shit. But anyway, M700 is a great sniper rifle to start off with. We do have customization options, obviously, including a suppressor, extended mag, high power, or illuminated. Personally, if you're going to be doing sniping, I would highly suggest going for a high power scope, just because it's going to let you get that extra, that extra bit of magnification. And I mean, a lot of the shots I'm taking, in my playthrough at least, like, to effectively snipe, you need to be about 100 meters out. Otherwise, they'll usually, be able to find your position, and then you have a bunch of guys running at you with machetes. And at that range, without having the high power scope on, your chances of actually hitting anything are pretty much slim and none. So if you're going for a sniper, you're going to want that high power scope. And then, of course, you have the silencer option, which, doing a stealth playthrough, it's a must-have. But moving on from there, we have the Z93, which we don't get until the South Island, and we can see why. This thing is a fucking monster. 50 cal, so you can see it is raping the M700 in damage, completely shitting all over the SVD. Just look at customizations real quick. We got 3 attachments, so of course you can toss a silencer, an extended mag, and then your choice of scope on this bitch. Personally, like I said before, I'd go for the high power scope. Illuminated is just too situational. Anyway though, onto our light machine guns. Starting off, we have the PKM. Our bottom barrel, as you can see, no attachments. Kinda sucks. But when we move down from there, we go to the U100. So, stat-wise, slightly better. I mean, you can see the PKM has more fire rate, but we're obviously getting more accuracy, damage, and mobility. And of course, we now have the option for attachments. Albeit, it's only one. So, extended mag, and then of course our choice of sight with either optical, red dot, or reflex. And then moving down from there, we got the MKG, which we can see big upgrades all around. A lot more damage and fire rate than the U100, and it shits all over the PKM. And then of course, two attachments. So now we got the choice of extended mag, marksman, an optical sight, red dot sight, or reflex. If you're going to be running the light machine guns, like I said, I'd highly suggest getting a Ripper. The Ripper is actually an MKG, and on top of that, you can get it from 6 trials, whereas this MKG you won't get till the South Island, so if you're interested in light machine guns, get a Ripper. Moving down from there, we have the launchers. So, there's no launchers unlocked on the South Island, they're all North Island, but RPG-7 and the GL-94. Of course, the RPG-7 doesn't have any customization options. After all, you're just firing a fucking rocket. And looking at the GL-94, we see there's also no customization options, but we can paint it. Hooray! Moving on from there, we have our specials. First up is the repair tool, which there's actually an achievement for burning someone's face with this, so if you're an achievement or trophy whore, make sure to get your hands on one of these, find a pirate who's sitting by himself, and light his face on fire. Well, you don't actually have to light his face on fire, you have to kill him with the repair tool, so basically you're going to light his face on fire. But, moving on from there, we have the flare gun. Another gun that I would not really suggest using as a weapon. One of the walkthrough videos, we actually pulled this out and killed a few people with it. All it really does is it sets them on fire, and of course you have to reload it after each shot, so not that useful as an offensive weapon. Moving down from there, we have the recurve bow, my personal favorite. If you've seen my other videos, in my opinion, this is single-handedly the best weapon in the game. And I know you're probably thinking, like, what the fuck? Really? A bow? A bow is better than all those signature weapons? Yes, a bow is better than all those signature weapons. Because, one, a bow is the most stealthy weapon in the entire game. It's basically as stealthy as performing takedowns. Whereas a silenced weapon, after taking a couple shots, they are going to be aware of where you're at. On top of that, after you shoot somebody, you can pick your arrow back up out of their face and use it again. And then, of course, there are additional arrow choices for you. So besides regular arrows, you can shoot off fire arrows or explosive arrows. So all around, the bow is just fucking awesome. If you don't use a bow, you're not doing it right. But let's get into customization. We only get one choice, red dot or marksman. Between the two, I'd highly suggest the red dot. Although the marksman says it gives you more range, basically all you're getting out of the marksman sight is, in addition to the red dot, you have a set of staggered lines next to it that'll indicate if a target is 50, 100, or 150 yards out. In my play, I at least found that was more distracting. I mean, it didn't really help at all, because you don't know exactly how far an enemy is away anyway, and most of the time, you kill him in one shot. That's another thing about the bow, is the bow always kills in one shot. Not every gun can do that. Whether it's a headshot, whether it's a shot in the foot, everything except for a heavy gunner, the bow will take down. You can shoot somebody in the dick, and they will die. Fucking awesome weapon. But, moving on to our final signature weapon, the flamethrower. There's actually a mission in the game where you pretty much exclusively use the flamethrower. So we can see only one attachment, which is a larger fuel tank. If you enjoy lighting people on fire, or just making the environment around you burn to ashes, this is your weapon of choice. Obviously, it's rather close range, and don't be an asshole when you're using it, because you will light yourself on fire. Now, real quick before we wrap up, I know I had a couple people asking if I would showcase each individual weapon and attachments and how effective each one is at, slaughtering pirates. But just because there are so many weapons and attachment combinations, I felt that, doing a video on that in itself would end up being like 5 hours long. So if there is something in particular that you guys really want to see, I'm streaming quite a bit right now, so just make sure to hop in the stream, leave a quick comment, whether you want to see, whatever. If you want to see a fucking vector that has a extended mag and, I don't know, reflex sight with the blue paint job or something, hop in the live stream, leave a comment for it. I'd be more than happy to toss on something so you can see how it works. But as always, thanks for coming by, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy playing Far Cry 3.